Welcome to the third episode of An Incomplete History of Rock and Roll, a highly personal series based partly on my experience as senior editor at the legendary magazine Crawdaddy. First we explored the music of New Orleans and Fats Domino, then we recalled discovering Bruce Springsteen at Sing Sing Prison in 1972. Now we look at another rock and roll icon. I first heard Roy Orbison long before I met him and wrote the liner notes for one of his albums, back in the early 1960s. Suddenly there was this haunting, mysterious voice coming over the radio, singing about Only the Lonely. But where did he come from? Turns out he hailed from Texas and briefly recorded rockabilly for Sun Records along with Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and others. He had his own distinctive look, that's for sure. Now he was singing what might be called rock opera, especially in hits like Cryin' and Running Scared.
Oh, my heart was breaking. Which one would it be? You turned around and walked away with me.
With a group of my friends in junior high school, I joined the Roy Orbison fan club and was sent an autographed picture and regular newsletters. He was so popular, the Beatles in their early days opened for him when he toured England. Roy kept turning out hits, culminating in the 1964 smash Pretty Woman. Then he switched record labels and faded from the charts for the next decade. At Crawdaddy in 1973, I flew to Chicago to interview Roy as he was attempting yet another comeback. He turned out to be the nicest rock star I'd ever met, and I wrote a major feature that drew wide attention. Alas, that comeback failed, but Roy asked me to write the liner notes for his following album. More importantly, I gave a copy of Roy's greatest hits to Bruce Springsteen, who ended up mentioning Roy in a lyric for one of his songs on Born to Run. A little later, Roy made his final, successful comeback, joining up with other stars Bob Dylan, George Harrison, and Tom Petty in the Traveling Wilburys. His song In Dreams even inspired a famous scene in David Lynch's movie Blue Velvet.
Go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift.
A little later, Roy made his final, successful comeback and played with Bruce and others in a much-viewed TV film before passing away much too soon. Well, that's it for this edition. Until next time, we'll close with yet another classic Orbison.
Walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth.